Welcome back to a new episode of Team Evil for Crash Nitro Kart. It's been a while since we've done Crash Nitro Kart Team Evil mode, so just trying to remember where we left off. So we got halfway through the set of trophies. We haven't done any tokens, and we haven't done any relics, so we're quite far behind on the Team Evil side of things. However, last year I managed to defeat the Team Good story mode to 100% completion. It's but now it's time for Team Evil's turn starting from today. Just use my frenzy at the moment, and we're in second place. Oh, with a missile behind us. Alright, I've got the fan blades are there. And there's also worms that apparently were never in... oh, come on, not a missile. We're never in the remake of the Nitro Fueled, which I was very disappointed about, because the worms were my favourite thing in the track. So I was a little bit disappointed they removed the worms from that location. Alright, in second place, and Tiny is back in the lead. I'm not sure if I hit my teammate there or not, but still looking pretty good. Oh, nearly got eaten by a worm there. I forgot there was 4 worms. Whoa, my car just broke game physics and went underground. And then got swallowed up. That's a game-breaking worm right there. If I ever saw one. Oh. Alright, final lap. Whoops, I sort of messed up the jumping thing. Engine got a big speed boost ahead of me. I'm just trying to get used to the controls again, because I've been playing Nitro Fueled quite a bit, and the controls are definitely a lot tighter than Nitro Fueled, so it's going to take me a few races to get used to again, but once I get used to them I should be able to do quite well at it. Oh, got electrocuted. And hopefully I don't lose the race. Oh, I missed him. Luckily that missile that engine fired nailed him, and we're still in first place. Alright, race complete here, and we're on to the second race now, which is Clockwork Womper. We'll need Cortex to sort of compensate for the very tight steering that the game offers you.
Excellent! You win a trophy!
Because if I try to do it with
the boost gate,
if I try to do it with Tiny, then it's not going to really work out, and it's going to be painfully hard to steer, especially around the tight corners that Clockwork Womper presents you. So we're going intermediate for Clockwork Womper, so we can actually steer correctly, because there's a lot of steering that I need to do to win the race. Alright. We are in... oh, we were in second, but due to the tighter turning radius, I sort of crashed into that wall there. Also, the speed feels a lot slower than the remake Nitro Fueled.
Get back in there!
With the remake Nitro Fueled, you can make that jump at any speed with any character. Here, you need to make it with a power slide and very, very high speeds, which you don't really get much of at times. Alright, just slowed my opponents down here, and I'm back in the lead. All fighting for first place here. I recommend not doing the jump, otherwise you'll slow down your power slide momentum. Alright, going to fire a missile here that should connect. And oh, looks like I've got a speed boost as well to use. Alright, Crash Bandicoot is currently beating me at the moment. Alright, we managed to make the shortcut, but sometimes the shortcut is actually not a shortcut, especially with the amount of speed that you need to jump across them. I was just practicing that for the CNK token challenge on a later video. And I was also practicing that shortcut that I need to do in a later video. Alright. Managed to make it past the gong without getting whacked. And I'm in the lead with the final lap. Nothing appears to be going wrong yet. Alright. The egg guy is in first place. I can't remember his name. Entrance is in first. I'm taking the shortcut again, but I know it's going to slow me down a little bit, but that's all good. Oh, I got nailed by a missile there. That's dropped me back into 5th place. Oh, I caught some off the track. That definitely helps me out. Oh, I don't know how I made that shortcut, but I did. Just gonna speed on through and use my drifting abilities to hopefully win. I wouldn't attempt this track on tiny because I'd definitely get worse times and I'd definitely crash a lot more. So that's why I went Cortex on that race. Alright, third and final track I'm going to do on this episode
You win a trophy!
is that Thunderstruck. With the vertical version of the track and not the Nitro Fueled version. So the vertical version is kind of a bit more technical. You need sort of a slower car to make sure you can turn around and hit those speed boosts, otherwise you will miss them, because I've noticed that the Nitro Kart version, the speed boosts are slightly a bit more further apart than the remake of the track. I'm sort of adding in the Nitro Fueled references as part of this commentary, so I have something to talk about. Oh, got nailed by the spiky rollers. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit more of a challenge to race on, because more vertical things are cut that are up here, and you can hardly see the rollers as clearly, so it's kind of a harder race in this version than the original. I mean, in this version than the remake, sorry. Alright, I'm charging up my team meter. And hopefully I can, not fail that corner. It's very easy to oversteer with engine, but it's very easy to understeer with tiny. So I recommend most challenges using Cortex as a good balance between the two, because you don't want oversteering some tracks and you don't want understeering some tracks. I want a perfect balance. Alright, Tiny, you're a bit late to the party, but you're welcome to rejoin the race. Alright, going good so far. Oh, someone got hit by a roller there, and someone else got hit by a roller. I think Crunch had a bit of a driving malfunction there, because he was driving into the wall for a moment. I do like the occasional glitches in this version of the game, though. But they don't happen too often. Alright, looks like it's going to be me versus Crunch at the final lap, because the other opponents seem to be a bit more further behind. Oh, how did Crunch get that TNT off his head? Oh, oversteered again, unfortunately. However, I can still win this race with engine. I picked him because I can slightly move to the speed pads a little earlier, so that was just a gamble I wanted to take over the speed, having accuracy to hit turbo pads. Alright, hitting the turbo pads pretty nicely here. I didn't miss a few because I thought I was going to get hit by those rolls. Alright, looks like it's Crunch and me again, and as well as the Zam, the green guy with teeth. Alright, I missed Crunch there. Hopefully he does not overtake me. Oh, that was an epic final race, and there will be a cutscene. After the cutscene we'll end the episode. So thank you for watching after the cutscene.
With your 9 trophies, you have earned the right to face Phenomena's champion, Norm.
Here is Cortex's lot.
Don't let Norm's size fool you. He's a demon on the racetrack. No! You are racing today! Now do it!
It's always interesting to hear Cortex's and Engine's reactions, as well as Tiny's, which is kind of what I like.
Ooh, a race? Count me in! I don't want to hear it. The deal was that you race in return for me wearing this dumb getup. Besides, they don't stand a chance.
And Cortex is not impressed.